It's your source for all the sports. It's your boy, it's your man, Canuck fan here. I'm bringing you guys a video here. This is going to be a new series that I'm going to do until the NFL season starts. I'm going to do a prediction of the schedules. I got a couple teams lined up. If you guys want me to do one of your teams, let me know in the comments below. And let me know about the player comparisons. I got a couple lined up. I got some baseball ones, a football one, and a hockey one lined up, and a basketball. If you guys want me to do any, compare any two players, let me know, and I'll do that next time. Right now, we're going to focus on NFL. Even though the season hasn't started, or is not really close. Training camp hasn't even started yet, but it's getting closer and closer, so here we go. I'm going to start with my team this week, which is the New England Patriots. So, week 1, I'll go through their opponents first, and I'll tell you win or loss after. Alright, so week 1, they're playing Miami. Week 2, they're at Miami. Week 2, they're in Minnesota. Week 3, they're playing the Raiders at home. Week 4 at Kansas City. Week 5 they're playing the Bengals in Foxborough. Week 6 up in Buffalo. Week 7 home for the Jets. Week 8 home for the Jets. For the Bears, my bad. Week 9 home for the Broncos. Week 10's their bye. Week 11 they're in Indianapolis for the Colts. Week 12 they're home for the Lions. Week 13 they're in Green Bay. Week 14 at San Diego. Week 15, the Dolphins come up to Foxborough, or they go down to Miami. My fault. Week 16, they go down to Miami. Week 16, the Jets come to Foxborough, and week 17, the Bills are coming to Foxborough, or they go to the Buffalo. They go to Buffalo. My fault. They go to Buffalo. So. Week 1, that's going to be a win against the Dolphins. The Dolphins are getting better. They're just not there yet. The Patriots are the strongest in their division, or their conference. The AFC East, they're the strongest team there. They're going to win. They're going to beat the Dolphins in week 1. Week 2, up in Minnesota. The defense is well improved. Adrian Peterson's not going to be able to run over them as much. So I think that's going to be a win because Minnesota, a lot of their offense goes through Adrian Peterson. Cornell Patterson, you got to watch out for him, the wide receiver. But they don't have a quarterback yet. We don't know what Teddy Bridgewater is going to be, and that's only going to be week 2. So we don't know. I'm going to say a win there. They're playing the Raiders week 3. I'm going to say a win. The Raiders aren't a good team. They've made improvements. They've gotten some veteran players. I just don't think they're there yet. They're still a ways away, but that's going to be a win for the Patriots. Week 4, they're in Kansas City. I'm going to say that's a loss. Even though Kansas City lost Brandon Flowers, they cut him. I still think their defense is good enough to stop what the Patriots are going to put out on offense. That's going to be a close loss for the Patriots. It's going to be a close game, but I think they're going to lose. Then week 5, the Bengals come to town. That's going to be a close win. I think Andy Dalton's getting better, and he has A.J. Green and Bernard, their running back. But I think that's going to be a close win for the Patriots at home in week 5. Week 6, up in Buffalo. That's going to be a win. The Bills, the linebacking core is pretty good, but they lost Kiko Alonso, which I believe was their first-round pick last season, if I'm not mistaken. They lost him in minicamps or whatever. He tore his ACL, so he's out for the season. So if he was in that game, I think it'd be a little bit closer because he's a good player. But that's going to be a win for the Patriots in week 6. Week 7, the Jets come to Foxborough. I'm going to say that's not an easy win, not a close win, though. It's going to be a win. The Patriots are going to beat the Jets. I hate the Jets. Just saying. I don't think they're that good. They got a good defense, a good front defensive line. Their linebackers are getting better. Their secondary is suspect. Their offense is really suspect. They got Decker, who's a great wide receiver. But I think the Patriots defense is going to shut them out. And I think the Patriots offense is going to be good enough to get the job done for a win. Then they play the Bears in Week 8. I think that's going to be a win. I think they're going to beat the Bears in Foxborough. The Bears are alright, but I think the Patriots got them. Week 9, Broncos rematch from last year, and it's going to be in Foxborough. I'm going to say it's a close loss. I think Peyton Manning comes out, guns a-blazing, and, Peyton Manning wants revenge this season. I think he's going to get it done against the Patriots. It's going to be close. Tom Terrific's not going to go down easy. It'll be a close game, but I think Peyton's going to come out on top that game. Week 10, obviously, they got the bye, like I said. Week 11 against the Colts. They played them in the AFC, not the AFC conference game. They played them in one of the playoff games for the AFC championship. It was, I think, the week before, week 2 of the playoffs or something, week 3, I forget exactly. And the Patriots won. Andrew Luck threw a lot of interceptions, I think 3 or 4 maybe that game. I think he smartens up. I think it's going to be a close win for the Patriots. Depends on Reggie Wayne. Depends how healthy he is and how much he can produce. And about the running game for the Colts. I think Brown, the running back, left. So it depends. Trent Richardson they have, but he needs to step it up. He didn't have a good season last season. Week 12, they're playing the Lions. Stafford and Megatron, nothing much to say. But I still think the Patriots are going to win. I think the Lions' defense isn't good enough to stop the Patriots. Obviously, they got Dominic Sue or whatever his name is. I can't stand him. He's punk and whatnot, but whatever. I'm going to leave that. I think the Patriots are going to win. It's going to be a close win again, like against Colts. But I think they're in Green Bay. They're in Foxborough. It's cold by this time. Week 12? Week 12. It's going to be cold. And I think they're going to win. They're going to shut down Reggie Bush, and they're going to win. Now they go to the Packers up in Green Bay. And I think that's going to be a loss. Lambeau Field's a tough place to play. Obviously they got Rodgers and Jordy Nelson and Clay Matthews on defense and whatnot. I think that's going to be a close loss. I wouldn't say a high-scoring game, but it's going to be probably up in the 30s maybe for each team. High 20s, like 20, 28, 31, something like that. It'll be a close game somewhere. It'll be somewhat high-scoring. Then they go to San Diego. I think that's a win. The Chargers, Philip Rivers had a great year last year. I don't know if he can repeat. And the Chargers are going to be beat down. They're in a tough division. So I think that's going to be a win for the Patriots. The Dolphins, Week 15, they go down to Miami. They're going to beat them like they did in the first week of the season, like I said. They're not the greatest team. Week 16 and 17, they go to New York, and then the Bills come to Foxborough. They're going to win both those games again. They're going to sweep their division this year, I'm saying. And, the Patriots going to win the AFC East for, I don't know how many times in a row this is. This is ridiculous. I'm happy, though. So I think they're going to win the AFC East. They're going to go 13-3, and they're going to go 6-2 on the road and 7-1 at home. So that's my predictions. Let me know how much you guys agree with it and whatnot. And let me know who I should do next. I got a couple teams here. But if you guys want me to do a certain team, I'll do it. And talk to you guys later. Peace.